lines if it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am unbothered. I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From the 10. A good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Gaffney. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
The Falcons at 7-2 here on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
70 Rangers.
They'll run on 1st down. Merritt, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape, I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Off the play fake. Burns. And it's intercepted. And the Falcons are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Looking to throw. Gaffney. That's complete to Turner. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Got it. Ready? 19 right.
On 1st and 10, Gaffney. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Chiefs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Franklin. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Now I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Franklin. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st down, it's Franklin, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They run the counter. Franklin, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Now a give right side. It's Franklin. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Now the Chiefs bring on their field goal unit from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Gaffney. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Mustang 19. Jack Panthers.
To throw on 3rd down. Gaffney. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Franklin. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Burns. And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run on 1st down. Franklin. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
On first down, Merritt. Room here to run. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
To throw on 2nd down. Gaffney toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Gaffney. And he comes back with one complete. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Burns. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. Franklin. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Burns firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To throw on 3rd down, Burns. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want it to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, Burns. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
On first down, it's Franklin. And down to the 36-yard line here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Franklin. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. First and 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, Burns. Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll get the lead down to 5. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Gaffney going for the deep ball. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And the catches for him, they just keep piling up. Charles, that's now 1,031 catches for his career. Ties him with Steve Smith. Yeah, and he plays the game the same way Steve did, with pride, with determination, some would say with anger. And that edge has given him the ability to catch 1,031 passes. They'll run on 1st down. Franklin. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burns. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Drop 50, drop 50.
Looking to throw. Gaffney fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
60 boxes, 60 boxes. Cowboy 80.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready?
Up the middle they go. Merritt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Merritt, and nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Gaffney. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? 65 jack, 65 jack.
On 1st down, Merritt. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
2 things to watch. First, his strength in being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 79 Broncos.
Now a handoff up the middle. Merritt. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 73 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Up the middle they go. Finney, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this will stay a 12-point game. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, Burns. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Burns. They'll roll him out right. Open man is Ross, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Burns. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. But we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Back to throw again. Going to throw right side here, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing on first down. Burns. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw on second down. Burns. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Point after here coming up. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, Burns. One last shot at the end zone.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Atlanta, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.